So now, next thing you want to do is take a look at your little guy again. We're going to start drawing his head. So, next thing we're going to do is get another rounded rectangle. We're just going to bring it right here. And we're going to bring this down a bit. And we're actually going to change the radius again, like we did with the original rectangle. Now, we're going to want another one. So you want to go ahead and copy and paste that. And bring that up to about here. We're going to make that a bit smaller. Now, you can select those two, but we don't want to select the cloud, so go ahead and select that one, hold Control, and select your second one. We want to union those. Now we have the shape of his head. So now you can drag this to make it look like he's behind the cloud. Actually, you want to go ahead and hold your Shift key and scale this up a bit. Make it a bit bigger. Now, you want to have this behind the cloud so that it looks more like our picture. See how his chin is kind of underneath the cloud? So this is the part where this acts as a layer. You can actually arrange and send to the back, which will put it behind all layers, which is what we want to do. So now we can, like we did with the cloud, we can change this to have a gradient. So go ahead, drag this one down here-ish, and go ahead, and we want to make this guy yellow. So give him a nice light yellow on that side, and on this black. You can give him a bit of a darker, more vibrant yellow. And that's good. So you can just play around with it until you're satisfied. Then when you're done, go ahead and hit OK. Now we want to try to create the glasses. So we're going to use 2 ellipses for that. And we're going to overlay them. Sort of like that. And go ahead and select both of those by clicking one, holding Control, and clicking the other. And union those. And you want to go ahead and duplicate those as well. So hit copy and paste. Now we want to scale these down slightly. And we're going to use these as the brim of the glasses. So this has a snap to feature, so like you can bring this up and line it up with the center to have it in the center. Now we can actually play with this a little bit without holding Shift to make it even all the way around. You're not going to get it completely even this way, but it'll do for now. So you want to go ahead and select the one in the back. Now you can just click on it, or to be sure you can go down here and click the 2 of these to determine which one's in the back, and make sure you have that one selected. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and go here to your fill color and change that to black. So now we have his glasses. So we can go ahead and hit Shift again and scale these down. Oh, I made a mistake. hit Control Z to undo that if you've committed to that already. You want to select both for the scale, so make sure you have both selected and then scale them down so they scale together. I'll try and move them over on his head so you can get a better feel for how big it needs to be. We're just going to go slightly smaller here. Okay. Alright. That's good with me. So now we want to create the side of the glasses. So you want to go ahead and you can go ahead and use the rectangle like we did with the cloud earlier. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to go over here to our shapes and select one that's pre-made for us and scale it down. And then once you've done that and moved it into place, you want to fill that with black. And then we want this behind the glasses so that we can only see the piece that's peeking out. So you could right click on this, arrange, send backward, and do that twice to make sure it's behind both layers. But I'm just going to undo that. So what you could do instead is click it here and drag it over to right here. Now it's behind these two layers. Now I have his glasses. But I'm not satisfied with the way they look, so I'm just going to move them a little bit. Next step is to create his eyes and the eyes of the cloud. So we're going to select an ellipse from our shapes over here. We're going to do that not four times, because we're going to do a different method. We're going to fill that with black. Then we're going to go ahead and select our rotate button, which is in the middle above the top. So you can just click it once you see the little symbol pop up. And then as you rotate, you'll see the degrees come up. You want to rotate it by 90 degrees. Which is actually negative 270 in this case. So then once you've done that, you can just let go. Again, we need to scale, so you want to hit your shift key and drag, and done. Now that actually needs to be a little smaller. So then once you've done that, you can move it into place just to see how it looks. I'm going to go a little bit smaller again. Just personal preference, really. Now, once you have the size you like, you can go ahead and you can copy that and paste it 3 times and place 2 into the cloud and put the other one in his glasses. So now we got the cloud. Now you're probably going to want to make the cloud ones a little slightly bigger. So my mistake. You can hit your shift key and scale it off a bit. And if you don't want to try to get them both the same, you can just delete one. Select the other one, copy, and paste. And you can actually use your snap tool to make sure it's in line with the bottom of the one that's already there. So now we have all the eyes.